Hey everybody, it's Monster Forge again. I just want to share with you some stuff that I got. Today was mail day for me. I got a package from Big Bad Toy Store, and it came super fast, even with the delays because of the big storm that came through last week or week before last. Very devastating storm here in the southeast. But anyway, the package came through today, like ahead of schedule. It wasn't scheduled to be here until Friday, and it's Tuesday today when I'm filming this. So good on you. Anyway, this is just a box of stuff that was on sale at Big Bad Toy Store, and not the special sales that they're doing. This is like the regular like clearance stuff. And there's mainly one thing I wanted to get out of all of this, but I like to, since Big Bad Toy Store, and this is not a promotion. This is just I like Big Bad Toy Store. Check the link in the description. Anyway, um, I like them because no matter what the size of the box of stuff you're getting, it's a $4 flat shipping fee. And so when I buy something from them, I tend to like to get a few things at a time so I can kind of save even more with the shipping like that. And they also have the pile of loot feature. I've never used that, but several of my friends have. And it's one where you can purchase the stuff and put it into like a saving account there. And then whenever you've built up enough, I don't know exactly how long the period lasts that you have to do it. Like maybe it's like 90 days or something like that. But the thing is, whenever you want to, but you have that period of time to do it, you can have it all shipped at one fee. The $4 fee, which is really, I mean, that's the crazy savings goodness right there. Um, so, sorry, I'm trying to get my camera straight before I go into this. So anyway, the main thing I wanted to get, I threw that in the cart, and I was like, okay, what other cheap crap can I find? And so I mainly look for things that I could use for customs and stuff like that. And I found some really good deals, and I'll put links to them in the description if anybody wants to. I would just recommend going to Big Bad Toy Store and searching. You can choose to search. Let's see, how did I do it? Great. That's exactly not what I wanted to happen. I'm an artist, remember? I keep all my crap here on the table. Anyway, I go to there's a if you go to the main page, and you go all the way down to the bottom of the page, there's it has like three different sections. It's my account, products, and help. And under products, there's a all products option. Click on that, and then where it says sort it by price, low to high, and you can set right by that 100 listings per page. Scroll down a little bit past the description or the different subcategories on the left, and you have an option to hide sold out and hide pre-order if you just want to get some cheap crap, really good prices. And it's stuff like, a Masters of the Universe Eternia mini figure for like $1.20. It's $1.25? $1.20. And stuff like that. So it's like really, really deep discount stuff, like pop vinyl figures for $2.20. Just things like that. There's a bunch of, you'll run into a bunch of crap they're just trying to get rid of, but every once in a while you'll find a gem in there. So I mainly go through and look for this particular time. I was going through looking for stuff that I could use for my custom making. Let me go back to where I started this whole adventure. All right, kind of wanted to have my prices up there so I can see them. But anyway, I'm just going to go through the things that are in the package. I got 4 things in the package. And, you know, just kind of take a look at them, unbox them and things like that. And I'll give you the price of what each one was. So the first thing in the box is this FiguartsZERO. I can't read Japanese, but this box contains another box. And in that box is the Keith Goodman figure from the Keith Goodman figure from Tiger and Bunny. It's an anime I've never seen before. I don't know anything about the character. I just saw it was a pretty cool looking figure of like this awesome guy. He might be a jerk in the show. I don't know. But I just like, he looked like straight up Mr. 80s with his jacket and the hair and everything and the jeans. And the thing was, he was $3.20. I don't know what the regular price on this would have been, but seeing it's in the Figuarts line, it probably was a good bit more than $3.20. But let's open him up and see what he's like. I got him because I was going to use him to make a custom figure. I have some ideas about what I'm going to do, but I'll let you guys see that later on down the road whenever I'm working on it. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into this here package. Okay, wow. Neat. Is it all taped? It's all taped. Oh, this is Sky High. What was it? Keith Goodman as Sky High. Like I said, I've never seen the show, so I don't know anything about the characters. I got this for other reasons. Man, they really got this guy taped in there. Another one. Good lord, what else is this thing? Oh, is it? Oh, no? Oh, yep, it's taped right here. Alright, there we go. Oh, he's got extra hands, extra arm, flowers, and the dude hid himself. And I'll just sneak this out here because it's all taped up in there too. Such a lovely sound, don't you love it? Alright, I can sit over there. So this is the Keith Goodman figure. There we go. And yeah, it's not a posable figure. It's kind of like a statue. He's got his okay guys, his thumbs up right there. Do both hands? Yeah, okay. It looks like the hand, yep, the hand will slip right out and you can put that hand in, which is a flower holding hand, because you know I guess he's suave and debonair. I'm not sure. This arm slides out and you can have him holding a bouquet of roses, which is so cool. He seems like a real stud. Let's see, and there he is with his stand. That's Keith Goodman as Sky High. Once again, don't know anything about these characters. I just saw a kind of neat looking, 80s dude or 80s looking dude with his faded jeans and Converse, and I saw the price was $320, and I said, I can't pass that up. So I will use every part of this dude that I can when I make a custom figure. But anyway, that is Keith Goodman, the SH, or it's not SH, it's FiguartsZERO figure. Put him back in his awesome pose. And we'll put these boxes out of the way. That right there. Let's leave this stuff with him there. Alright, another thing that I got, once again, this is for making customs. One of my favorite Jack Kirby comic books is The Eternals. One of my least favorite Marvel movies is The Eternals. So needless to say, I was very disappointed with how Marvel Studios handled The Eternals. When you had something as good as The Eternals, I've already started opening this thing before. Hold on. I'm a little dumb. Anyway, I picked up Crow. He's one of the deviants from Eternals. And it's a pop vinyl, but I looked at it and it was like $2.75. There's the full package. Not that anybody really cares about the Eternals pop vinyls. The deviants of Lemuria, the kind of baddies in Eternals, which if you read the comic books, they're not really baddies. They're just like kind of unfortunately opposed to the Eternals. The toys of both him and there was like some kind of deviant critter thing. I guess it was like somebody assuming another shape. They were the only figures in the whole line that were even in any way interesting. But the character of Crow is such a really cool, well-developed character. That's not the movie's character at all. But I thought this was a cool looking figure, and I can use the parts of it. Like, I'm going to use the head to make something. I already have in mind what I'm going to do with the head. But the body I'm going to use for something else, like swap the head out. I hate how when they did the licensing for the pop vinyls with Marvel, because Marvel has, like, they have contracts with Hasbro and stuff like that. And so Funko was able to make the Marvel and Star Wars. I don't think there was anything else like this. The only way they were able to make them is if they made them bobbleheads. And the bobbleheads are just such crap with the pop vinyls. You can tell pop vinyls were not originally designed to be bobbleheads, because, and I've already goofed this up, but even when the head's like on their normal, it's like it won't hold the body up. So pop vinyls are much better when they just have opposable neck. So anyway, that's another thing. It was the Crow, KRO, pop Marvel Eternals figure, was $275. So that's another thing. And I'm not particularly saying that, you know, you should buy this particular thing. I'm just letting you know about some deals out there. Well, you know, when that thing popped me, it got me pretty good. Anyway, next in line, and this one I definitely got for custom making. It's another character I know very little about. I remember him from the TV show, but like I can't really tell you much at all. I got it because there's several parts of this that I can use to make things. And personally, I think the action figure, the way it is, looks really stupid. It's the DC Multiverse Shriek unmasked figure. But this is a McFarlane DC Multiverse figure. And I got this guy for $5. Like, that's like dirt cheap for one of these. Yeah, cool. And I'm gonna use him for stuff. Like, I already know I'm gonna use the body and the legs and all, and I'll probably swap out the hands for something else, and I want to use those hands with something I've already got in mind. Yeah, these things too. But let's take a look at him and see how he is out of the package. I mean, why not? He's going to be opened anyway whenever I start ripping him apart and using him for different things. That is assuming we can actually get it. There we go. We will get it open. We will. But let's see here. Got a stand and a card that nobody really cares about. I'll use that stand, but couldn't possibly care any less about the card. Because once again, you know, like, I don't even remember if this guy was like a big threat. He was a Batman Beyond character, and it's been so long since I watched Batman Beyond, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you a thing. Can they even put these in with bands? Ugh. Oh, thanks. That's good. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Let's see. Let's get this sucker out of here. If you don't know anything about McFarlane figures, what rock have you been hiding under? No, I'm kidding. They usually, like, when this figure came out, they were retailing right around $20. Right now, I think they're like 25, and some of them, if they're like the limited edition ones or whatever, they're like, some of them are like 30 and above. But the standard figures like this, at that time they were like 20, which they're like 25 now. So McFarlane stuff is pretty well known for being crazy articulated, and like all of his joints are like clickety. So it's a really quality figure. Oh wow, these are articulated too. Let's just take a look at him. Like I said, I don't remember much at all about Shriek. Hold on. Maybe I know sometimes the little cards that come with them will tell you something you might want to know about the character, and sometimes they don't. But we're going to give it a shot anyway and see what it says. Assuming I can get this open. Oh, there we go. Okay. I dinged up the card in the process. Shriek, Unmasked, Batman Beyond. Real name, Walter Shreve. Let's see, you might want to read that. Walter Shreve was a skilled audio engineer living in Neo-Gotham, trying to fund his research in the field of sonics. Unable to do so, Shreve used his highly advanced sound technology to build an armored suit capable of demolishing buildings with sonic blast. Going by the name Shriek, he was soon hired to destroy Batman, and he nearly succeeded, but lost his hearing in the ensuing battle. He was then sent to Blackgate Penitentiary, that place, where he was able to continue his research behind bars. That seems like a great idea. Since then, Shriek has managed to break out on occasion, each time seeking revenge against Batman and wreaking havoc on the citizens of Neo-Gotham. Because, you know, a guy that's known for being a superpowered criminal with technology, you know, let him just keep experimenting with that, you know. Nothing bad will go wrong there. I'm not going to talk about any kind of commentary outside of that. Okay, so this is the guy. Pretty cool. I like the black and white color scheme there. Oop. See if I can get him to stand up without a stand. Yeah, he stands pretty well. It's a nice looking figure. Once again, don't give a crap about the character, because I remember, like I said, I don't remember much about him, but it looks like he's made with where he can hold these Sonic things. What is that? Oh, cool cat hairs. Thanks, Wendy. Are they supposed to fit in his hand? Is there a picture of him on the box holding them? Certainly. Huh. Maybe I have it the wrong. No, that's the right. Or maybe I have it the wrong way. Maybe they're supposed to go. It's a mystery. No, not that way. They're kind of warped. I don't know if they're supposed to be warped, but they're kind of warped. Cat hairs everywhere. It's the fun part of having a cat, is finding cat. Okay, here we go. I got. So anyway, these discs are supposed to fit in his hands. But looking at the articulation on this guy, he's got a ball jointed head with, man, God, he's got a good range of movement on that head too. Very expressive. More companies need to pay attention to how this is articulated at the neck, because I know a lot of the Marvel Legends figures, they'll have a ball jointed neck, and it's like basically you can get it to turn. Nothing like this, or this, or this. Very cool. The shoulders, usually, yep, he has a butterfly. It's like a secondary rotating joint in there. A lot of range. This is a really nice figure. He can get the arms back that far. He can bring them forward that far, which is really nice. He has a swivel at the bicep. He also he has a universal joint at the shoulder, so you can get his arms. The shoulder armor kind of gets in the way in some places, but I mean, look at that. You can get his arms out there really far, and maybe a little bit more when you do it this way, because they really go out. That's incredible. That is pretty nice. I mean, this figure was well worth $5. The character, don't really care about, but the figure is really nice. He's got double jointed elbow. Now he can bring his hands all the way up. He's got big hands, but he can bring his hands all the way up. It's like he's scratching his head, thinking about his life. You know, I could apply my technology to something else. He's got a ball joint here at the wrist of this thing, and it's like a really cool claw thing. I guess this is where his sonic blast came out of. Not sure. He's got a really nice ball joint. It's 2 ball joints at the waist, so he can get a really wide range on that too. So he's like, yo. Now he has this piece right here, and all the armor feels kind of, I don't think it's rubber. I think it's just like soft vinyl. So you can kind of move the pieces around. The whole crotch part here, like his underwear, is made out of that same flexible material. So you can move that stuff out of the way. And the way he's got the hip joints, I really do like the way McFarlane does the hip joints. They're just open, and it's basically like a frame in there. So it has and it's clickety too, so it holds its stance. But you can move it out that far. You can move it this way, and then it'll have a little bit of a turn in here too. It doesn't go all the way around, but it's enough, you know. And he's got double hinged knees, which is nice. And he has a ball. Well, it's a pin and disc. Well, no, it's like a double pin thing. Anyway, there's a hinge right there, or a rotation right there, back and forth this way. And then he can turn at the ankle. And if you turn this joint this way and can get it to stay still, which is, you have to kind of loosen this up a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I can get it to do like that now. What that will do is it'll allow you to have a wide stance. You can kind of kick the foot that way. So you can have imposed all kind of wonkiness like this. And, and it's kind of hard to get the things balanced whenever you just first start messing with it. But if you have time to learn, oh, look at that. If you have time to learn the articulation, you can get all kind of poses out of these things. And I just think this would be a good figure for custom stuff. Like if you're a customizer, this would be a great base for something else. And one more point of articulation is the toe of the boot goes back. I've never been crazy about the toe joint unless it's incorporated. Like the Joy Toy Space Marine, I think he has does he have a toe joint? It looks more cohesive on him. Yeah, he does. It's I guess because it's chunky, it looks better. Like when he's stepping like that, it just looks natural. But on figures that don't have big giant chunky feet, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of breaks up the look there. But still, for $5, fantastic figure. Glad I got that. I'll goof around and have some fun with that thing before I do something to it. But the main thing that I wanted to get is a toy that I wouldn't have paid retail for any of these guys. But this one is definitely one that I would not pay retail price for. For one, I'm not overly fond of the company that makes these. And I also firmly believe that they charge way too much for everything they make. And I know that's not a very popular opinion, or maybe it is. I don't really care. Super 7 or Crooks. This figure retailed at $20. This is a 3 3/4 inch figure. So like Star Wars figure size. $20. And some people are like, well, it's a collector's item. Not really. These things are sitting everywhere right now. It's supposed to be $20, and some of them now are like they add an extra $5 to it if it's glow in the dark. When did glow in the dark paint or plastic go up so much that you're getting to charge $5 extra for it? Whatever. You guys can eat my butt. Anyway, I got this figure for $5, and I wanted it because, well, I'll show you in a minute, but it's the original Cobra Commander design, and it's specifically, he looks like the cartoon, more so even than the figure did. But I really wanted to get this guy, and I kind of waited around until I found one at a good price. I'm gonna be careful to get this off of the card without damaging it, because I do like the card. That's one good thing about these Super 7 reaction figures, is that, crap, I just ruined that. The artwork on them is usually amazing. I don't know if they credit the artist or not. I'm gonna look. I could have done this so much better. I'll trim it up better later. See if I can fill in that place that I cut with a little bit of marker to have the card. I tend to cut my cards, the bubbles off of my cards, so I can keep them. Let's get him out of here. Does it say who did the artwork? Jason Edmiston. And let's just look at his little bio here. Cobra Commander, enemy leader, file name classified, primary military specialty intelligence, secondary military specialty ordnance, experimental weaponry, Birthplace classified. Grade commander-in-chief. Absolute power, total control of the world. Its people, wealth, and resources. That's the objective of Cobra Commander. This fanatical leader rules with an iron fist. He demands total loyalty and allegiance. His main battle plan for world control relies on revolution and chaos. He personally led uprisings in the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and other trouble spots, responsible for kidnapping scientists, businessmen, and military leaders, then forcing them to reveal their top-level secrets. Ooh. Cobra Commander is hatred and evil personified. Corrupt, a man without scruples, probably the most dangerous man alive. Cool. You notice they got the cartoon artwork there. And the cartoon didn't get the button-up thing. Or the toy didn't get it completely. It might be like a hybrid of the old toy and the cartoon. So let's see how this figure is. Now, this is in all senses of the word done in the style of retro figures, not in the style of G.I. Joe figures, but this is done in the style of like the 5 points of articulation, like Star Wars figures. So basically you get the neck or the head turns, the shoulders move, and the hips move. And there's your $20 right there. Don't you feel privileged? Yeah. They did the same thing for $10. You remember when reaction figures started at $10 and everybody loved them? You know, whenever Super 7 and Funko worked together making them? I don't really care. That's a horrible Cobra Commander. Anyway, it is a nice looking figure, and that's why I went ahead and got it. That, and I have another reason, but he has a cool pistol. It looks just like the pistols they would have in the show. I never will forget when I watched the first episode of G.I. Joe. My friend and I both, when we watched the first episode of G.I. Joe, we were like, why are they shooting lasers? Because we had always imagined G.I. Joe guns would go like pow, 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 like machine guns and stuff. And like the first episode of the first miniseries, it's like pew, 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 shooting the lasers and stuff. But I guess they had to do that because of the fact that children were watching it, and God forbid a kid knows what a gun sounds like. But anyway, yeah, he's got a cool looking gun. It's a cool looking figure. But one of the main reasons why I wanted this guy was to rectify a wrong. And hold on, I gotta have a little bit of room here. Okay, that should be enough. I reviewed this figure a while back, and I was cat hair everywhere. I was disappointed that Megatron here wasn't partnered up with the one member of Cobra that he should have been partnered up with, and that would be Cobra Commander. And now I'm a happy boy because I have a Cobra Commander to ride on the back there of Megatron, so they can just sow chaos and destruction all over the world and give G.I. Joe and the Autobots a hard time. But yeah, I'm happy. I got my Cobra Commander. He didn't have to be superposable or anything like that, just to sit in the back of the hiss and pew, 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 fire at people. And what better way to have Megatron than have him partnered up with? So you have the leader of the Decepticons partnered up with the leader of Cobra, and I think that's simply marvelous. I love seeing that in scale with a G.I. Joe figure. That makes my little boy brain very happy. But it could have cost only $10. Or however he says it. Come on, man, focus. It could have only cost $10. Yep. Anyway, enough of that ranting. But that's what I got in the mail today, and I had fun unboxing this stuff. I hope you did too. Hope I didn't drive you crazy with my stupid ranting about Super 7's overpriced crap. But I still like the figure. Very happy with how it turned out. It's a cool looking figure. And this was the main reason why I bought toys this time around, was to get this guy. And so I figured I'd maximize my savings. Pretty dang cool. Anyway, hope you liked the video, and I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, whenever you're watching this. Monster Forge out.